What's going on, everybody? So I got another reaction here for you. It's another day, but he's still sporting the same attire. He said he never changes.
Third time's the charm.
No. And I told him just to change, but then he said he never surrenders.
I also said, who do you think you are? Telling me what to do.
That's true. I'm not Kevin Bacon from Footloose.
No,
so.
man.
Yeah, unless Kevin
Few
Bacon,
people are.
One person that I know of.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Bacon.
Yes.
So
if he came in here, hit me with a jig, told me to change,
do you consider it?
No, I'd do it.
You do? Oh,
I'd do it.
All right. Cool. I mean, yeah, it's true. If Kevin Bacon tells you to do something, you gosh darn do it. Simple as that.
Yeah.
But anywho, yeah, I got the King of Pikmin here again. If that hasn't been painfully obvious by now.
Why's it gotta be painful?
He's got a gaming channel over on the YouTubes. I'm going to put a link to that channel in the description below. Playthroughs, fighting game stuff, all that good stuff. Stuff that goes really well with power metal, actually. And
what doesn't?
True. Very true. But today, we've done a new song. We've done a viewer request. And so now, for the third day, we are going to do a famous deep dive. So you brought your scuba gear, didn't you?
I didn't get up. I'm just gonna hold my breath. You know, we've been over this in the last one. I didn't get up. I sat right here. You didn't tell me to bring my scuba gear.
I didn't.
And it's too late now. It's too late
the deep
now.
dives, they just happen sometimes. So
that's why I'm good at holding my breath.
okay,
All right?
you've trained
I got
yourself.
this,
You
yeah.
got this. All right, good. So yeah,
Because now I can deep dive anywhere at any
Anytime.
time.
And especially if someone just dumps a bunch of water on you, that's why
Or
you got
tea, like
or
in the
tea.
last reaction, you never know when I might just get like a bucket full of tea on the face.
Oh man, but yeah, so we're doing a deep dive here, folks. To see, I like to look at bands that aren't necessarily, up in the forefront, because you can really find some good gems if you just dive deep enough into it, So I hope everyone's got their oxygen tanks, topped off and your goggles, and you're all ready, because we're gonna be diving in. Check out a band called Eldkling. And the name of the song is Lost Souls. So hopefully on our deep dive we find more than just lost souls. Although I guess that's not a bad thing. We can help them be found. I mean,
it's like Cana, Bridge of Spirits, the spirit guide. You help them find their purpose and move on, and
so yeah, I'm just gonna move right along from that. Gamer alert. But anywho, yeah. So. I really have no idea what to expect here, but that's the whole point of a deep dive, and we all just get to do it together. So let's just dive on in and check it out, shall we? Rangers, go.
Weary of battle and fury, none of
That's an interesting one there. I'll let you go first. What'd you think of that?
Truthfully, I actually kind of liked it. I mean, it's. I feel like it can't be argued. It's a little rough around the edges,
Yeah.
to say the least. But they have spirit.
They
They
do.
have spirit.
I was gonna use the word charm, but they do have spirit.
They have
got
spirit.
charm. There's a charm. Yeah, I mean the spirit.
In the chorus, I found myself really enjoying the chorus in particular. I mean, I don't know. All in all, I would say I enjoyed it, even though it is pretty rough around the edges. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, especially considering my feelings at the start of the song to my feelings at the end, quite a big leap, and I guess that has to do a lot with their spirit, and
It goes a long way.
it does go a long way. And you know what? Like at the end of the day, it's not a bad song. It really isn't. I think there's a ton of potential here with this song. Like it has a really good foundation. Just needs some polish. It just needs some polish, and part of that can also just be with
Resources.
resources.
That's one thing I would say. Sorry to cut you off.
No, yeah.
I was going to say in particular, this, I feel like a situation more so than a lot, where just the resources available to them probably aren't the best, but they're making do with what they have. That's my assumption,
Yeah. That's why it's like you look at it from just like the songwriting perspective, and I do really think it's a really solid song, a melodic power metal song with a catchy chorus, a good riff. I like the riff. It's kind of like rhythmic and had a driven feel about it, and the solo was really good. The drum work was really good, and I'm not gonna pick on the sound quality too much, just because we've already established the resources. But one thing though it really feels like the vocals are muffled.
I was going to say that the mixing.
The mixing,
yeah.
I feel like even if you don't have the finest of resources, but again, like if you're not even able to record each instrument individually, I don't fully know, what the situation is, but I feel like the vocals really, either the music needed to be dialed back a little bit, or the vocals needed to be pushed up some, because the vocals just really kind of felt muted. And that could have even just gone a long way in making the song just feel a little bit more polished, is if all the levels were kind of even. But yeah, it's one of those songs where I'm really quite impressed, where at the first, you can't help but notice some of the rough edges, but then by the end of it, yeah, I was like, you know what, this is like a well-written song. Like it's melodic, it's catchy, good musicianship. Um, yeah, very interesting. I don't know. Again, since this was a deep dive, I really have no clue how much this band has released or what the whole situation is whatsoever. But I really think just based on this one song, that they definitely have potential. They definitely know what they're doing as far as writing a power metal song goes, making it catchy, and yeah, just good musicianship. And
No, yeah, I agree with that for sure. I hope they put out more, just 'cause I am curious. It got my attention enough to be curious what they put out, and I hope they keep putting stuff out, because you can only get better with time. And I mean, I'm critiquing it a little bit, but at the end of the day, what do I know? I'm just a gamer who's been sitting in the same chair for 3 days straight, so But at the end of the day, I liked it. I might even, we'll see. I doubt it's on Spotify. But I was going to say, if it is, I mean, I might even throw it in a playlist just out of support, because they actually did really get my attention, honestly. I mean, and I enjoyed the chorus, and a lot of the riffs were really good as well. Just a little rough, that's...
It definitely had a good vibe about it, a good feeling about it too.
That's a good feeling's a good way of putting it. Like, just listening to it kind of lifts your spirits a little bit. At least it did for me, It's been a long 3 days, and this really brought me up, so...
No, yeah, I'm totally on board with you that, they're definitely it's kind of like the song is kind of like the pearl inside the clam,
Hmm.
and the clam is like keeping the resources out.
It's like a footloose situation where no one knows what this guy's talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so the song is the person in the chair, and the resources is the water in the bucket. But you just need to
That's
pull the
the
rope.
water or the tea?
The T.
Okay.
Yeah, the T. And you just need to pull the rope. But the rope, it's tough to get.
Like you pull it and it gives a little resistance. You're like, what's going on, and you
Yeah.
just really beef into it. And then you
Or you
just,
need to get some assistance, some support.
there you go.
Will help you get the blessed T resources above.
You're right.
So yeah, I really, this is one of those times. Sometimes you just find just absolute gems, that are hit. But this is one of those songs that I feel like just really needs, or this band just really needs like the support and the attention to maybe be able to get the resources they need to really make the song to its highest potential without having any like anything hampering
Hmm.
that process, because yeah, there's a definite charm here, a definite spirit, and yeah, yeah, it's an interesting one. But yeah, good on Eldkling. I really hope they keep chugging along and making stuff, and doing what they love, and I hope folks can go support them and check out their stuff and whatnot, because I really think there's a lot of potential there.
I couldn't agree more.
Cool. So yeah, awesome. Well, let us know in the comments down below what you thought of this song here. Are you by any chance familiar with this band? Do you know if they've released other material or anything like that? But yeah, I implore you all, go support them. Go check out some of their stuff, because yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that spirit is really what power metal is kind of all about, in my opinion. That's kind of what got me into power metal to begin with. You just those vibes, that positive, uplifting kind of spirit.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of power metal is like a uplifting energy. So,
Yeah, and it's darker and heavier, but
well, a lot. I said a lot.
true. But yeah, so yeah, check them out, and thank you all so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time. Ranger out.